You guys hear me okay? I'm probably talking a little bit quiet just because I'm getting tired. I've been talking for 24 hours now. So I can tell the throat's getting a little bit scratchy, but I'll try to be as robust as possible with the voice, okay? Um, mama, mama. Yo, the worst. What's up, dude? Nearly missed it. We got about an hour 20 minutes left. We're gonna do that because I'm not actually streaming today, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do the gaming news segment for today, Wednesday. Uh, Even though we did yesterday's news segment at the beginning of the stream, yeah. Yo, thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being a part of what this community is, man, and is you know building to be. I appreciate you, buddy. It's been a great year, and let's do our gaming segment or gaming news segment. Let me get my camera out of the way. Let's go. How you been? The worst? Uh, any of the like issues with work and stuff get resolved? To get all that worked out, buddy? All right, gaming news. Let's see what we can find that we didn't. Yeah, thanks, Devea. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's just really. I mean, this was just the 24-hour stream thing and celebrating the 1 year anniversary was for me as much of a celebration for everybody that's part of this community as it was for just me to do this. Really, it was something to just stream for a long time and celebrate that we've been here for a year and also to just be live for a long time to say thank you that to everybody that could come through. It's you guys that make this work. So all I can do is lay that foundation and try to be here every day to have fun with you guys. So I appreciate all of you showing up and being a part of this. I'm not going to dive into that or that. We talked about this yesterday morning that apparently PlayStation Plus's rollout of their older console games are a PAL version instead of oh dude. Man, I'm really sorry. The worst. That sucks to hear, dude. I hope you start feeling better, man. I do. I really hope you start feeling better. That's brutal, man. Sorry. Um, Instead of the NTSC versions, that's what it was, right? NTSC versions. So the PAL versions are like the what like the European versions, basically, something like that. Uh, yeah, European versions were PAL, and they were like a bit lower in like refresh rate and stuff like that, so they don't play quite as nice as like the NTSC format games do, which were more like like the Americas and stuff, right? So they haven't come out and said why they're pushing out these PAL versions, but we hit on that yesterday, and hopefully they've still got a little bit of time. Yo, Tex, all right, man. Hey, thanks, buddy. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. Love to you and the fam too, brother. Yeah. Hopefully you get some sleep, dude. Rest well. Hopefully we'll see you around sometime before too long. Um, so I'm not going to dive into this. Basically, it's that. There's the hope that as PlayStation Plus rolls out, they'll switch them over to the NTSC version so they're a bit nicer visually, smoother frame rates and stuff. But right now, it's all the old European versions, which are a bit lower refresh rate and stuff. So we'll see what happens. Gollum video game launches in September. Let's go. Let's go news. Uh, After years of hype, the Xbox Game Pass burnout is here. Really? I only continue to hear great things about Xbox Game Pass. So we'll see what this has to say. I like Kotaku. I like their site. I don't know if they might have some kind of bias or something, but we'll read this and see what's up. Um, Take Two and Zynga merge in the biggest deal in gaming history. Okay, let's see that. I've actually got a list already right here. I'll pull this up for you guys. Again, if you're not familiar, there's June's huge for gaming, not necessarily because of like game releases, but because that's normally when E3 takes place. E3 is not a thing this year. There's a lot of individual showcases happening, across the board from developers. And that link that I put in chat gives you a pretty good comprehensive list of a lot of the showcases that will happen throughout like the second week of June mainly, and then there's a few in July and August. But for most of them, they're in that list. We'll probably try to watch a lot of them in chat or in the channel. So we'll see what we can do about co-streaming some of this stuff. If not, we'll not just like watch them the day after or something like that. We'll see. Hmm. This is sad. Fortnite Pro spouts racial slur, shows off gun stockpile in widely condemned video. I'm gonna take a look at that because there's no room in our world for people to be doing this kind of thing. There's a big difference between banter, trolling out somebody a little bit, some competitive banter, right? And taking it too far and using hate speech and stuff. Hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I'm feeling the effects at this point. I can tell my eyes are getting red and stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it. The worst. Thanks, man. I will take that compliment, buddy. um, so we'll take a look at this, man. I'm very passionate about the fact that uh, people that use hate speech and uh, discrimination against people that are just different from them, whether it be um, sex, race, religious beliefs. Look, as long as you're not, you don't have views and beliefs and values that encourage violence or hate and negativity, we're good, man. But there are so many people that are like that in the world, and this is the result. This is what happens when those people get pretty tilted. They start spouting out hate speech, stuff like that, and there's no room for it. I do my very best to get people banned out of games when they use hate speech. It doesn't matter whether it's towards like sexual orientation or race or uh, actual uh, gender, what have you. You know what I mean? There's no room for it. There's no room for it. So we'll look at this. I'm actually going to take a look at this because hasn't Battlefield 2042 been an absolute like just little game, just full of bugs and like uh player base is pretty dwindled down to next to nothing. I think we'll take a look at that. I mean, the thing that's unfortunate is that we can't just accept as human beings that there are other people in the world that might look, feel, act, speak different than us. You know, than us personally. It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. I don't understand it. There's no room for it, man. It's just yeah. The thing that's really funny to me too is there'll be so many people in the world that are parts of religions and things like that. That the cores of those religions are supposed to be acceptance and just loving one another and stuff. But they twist it and contort those kinds of beliefs into being something that, like, if you don't believe what they believe, then you're wrong and you're like evil and it's just stuff like that's just like an example, but that's the way a lot of people in the world are. It's really odd, you know. man. I know that wasn't necessarily what you were getting at the worst. It's just things flowing out of my head right now. I've been up for 23 hours. 24 hours, actually. I've been up for 24 hours at this point. Almost. Almost. We talked about this yesterday. There are three major studios that are kind of rumor mill right now to be acquired or to sell. Yeah. Let it all out. Like, you guys know how I do, man. I don't really hold back about that kind of stuff, man. I tend to rant. So, that's why we have the shut your pie hole. So you guys can tell me to shut up. I've heard it 20 times. OA, shut up. Uh, Basically, it's EA, uh, Ubisoft, and Square Enix, right? Those are the three major devs right now that are basically rumor milled to be sold. We looked at this one yesterday. Didn't give a lot of info in here besides the fact that EA and Apple had a real connection back in the 80s, I think. EA kind of, what was it, like a major uh, dev of Apple actually created EA, and I don't know. So we'll see what happens, man. There wasn't a lot of pertinent information within that article, but that's the rumor mill right now. We already know about this. We've talked about this before. SteelSeries Arctis Nova might be the only gaming headset you ellipses. Um, I've actually heard great things about a lot of basically like most of their lineup of Arctis. The last time I looked at buying a headset, which was like a year and a half ago, um, the Steel Series across the board had really good reviews, and so we'll take a look at this and see what's up. I've heard great things about Steel Series, HyperX. I love my Sony's. Um, So I don't know. I know Wick, our buddy Wick, wears Steel Series. He loves those. Pinky, I think it is, wears the HyperX, and he loves those. So I would say if you're in the market for a headset, look into the Steel Series and the HyperX. I've heard great things. I've seen really good reviews on a lot of those, and we have people in the community that wear them too and say that they're pretty happy with them. So we'll see what this new headset's about, though. All right, here we go. A bit of new information on Netflix. Yeah, we knew that the Exploding Kittens game was coming. We just didn't know exactly when, and it's coincided with it's being released alongside a Exploding Kittens show and everything. Netflix. There are a lot of these platforms, the entertainment platforms that are trying to pivot into gaming. Netflix is trying to make something work because their subscriber base has dwindled significantly. They're hurting. They're hurting. We already kind of hit on this. Days of Play sell discounts for PlayStation, but I'll take a look at it and see if there's anything new, interesting you guys might be interested in if you're looking to get some games or PlayStation stuff. Former Amazon gaming manager Larry Plotnick appointed ellipses. We'll find out here. We've already read about that. I already put the link in chat too for the list of showcases coming up. And if you missed that or you need me to post it again, I will. I'm not going to dive into this. We've read a lot about the showcases coming up and everything, so we'll just stick with that. Pivot into our other search that we usually do here. We've already got an article up about Gollum. We've been following that game, so it's coming in September. September 1st, Gollum will be out. Cool. I'm guessing we'll see some pretty good gameplay of it in June. Okay, at all when all these showcases happen, we'll see some pretty good gameplay. I'm guessing, if I was a betting man, of the new Gollum game. We also we read about this yesterday. We knew this was happening on Monday. Unionization vote at Raven Software, which is a subsidiary of Activision Blizzard, right? And yesterday we read that the votes went through, everything got approved. They are in fact, union, a de facto union. They are a real thing now, and this is probably just going to be something that pushes its way all the way through Activision Blizzard, and a lot of other devs for that matter. Been a lot of really bad working environments in the video game industry for quite some time, apparently, and the result is unions coming about. I'm not going to look at this because we've already got an article up about, or I already talked about it at the beginning of the stream with the difference in the PS, like the old school PS games that are releasing on the PS Plus subscription platform that's rolling out, just started rolling out in Asia. It's within the next 3 weeks going to work its way all the way across the eastern part of the world and into the western part of the world. Um, so I'm not going to dive back into it. There we go. Already got that up. We read about this yesterday. This game did not have very good reviews. I pulled it up on Steam. It looks like it could have been cool, but it feels like uh, they missed some areas in the game. Just made it feel bad for some people. Not like terrible, but I don't know. Cool idea though. Modern Warfare 2 massive DMZ leak teases details and video from Escape from Tarkov mode. All right, let's take a look at that. We've seen this previously. We read this yesterday. Microsoft CEO pitches Xbox Cloud Gaming to developers, promising no extra coding. Let's see what that's about. We already read about the Kenya video gamers facing an uphill battle as well, so I'm not going to dive into that. Starfield continues to have the most boring leaks in gaming history. I think there are a lot of people that secretly want Bethesda to fail with this. That's what that's what I keep feeling like. I could care less one way or another. I've really lost a taste for the for that developer, and they need a good game. They need a good game to bring them back into good graces with us as gamers and as a community and the consumer of their products. They need a good title to come out, and everything I've seen so far that has been put out about Starfield is that it does not make me very hopeful for this to be that title. But we'll take a look. It already got delayed until next year, if I remember correctly. So I guess we'll probably. I'm guessing we'll see more about it at the Bethesda Microsoft Showcase, which is what, June 11th or 12th. And I mean, that was one of the big things they were promoting was Starfield for their showcase. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's dive in here and see what we got. Fortnite Pro spouts racial slur, shows off gun stockpile in widely condemned video. Sin 3278, who just qualified for the Fortnite Champions Series Finals, defended his views before deleting his Twitter. An esports pro has been lambasted after a video surfaced online in which an individual who's allegedly Fortnite Champion Series Grand Final contender Sin shows off a fully stocked weapons closet and states in the year 2022 the stockpile of firearms is just in case there's ever a zombie apocalypse or oh dude that's terrible. I'm not gonna read that. Uh, but that's apparently a quote. Sigh, I really do hate this world we live in sometimes. Yes. Sin, or Sin 3278, isn't new to the game's professional circuit. According to the player statistics tracker database, Fortnite Tracker, Sin has been competing in various tournaments since at least July 2019. Made his first Fortnite Champion Series, or FNCS, appearance in October 2020, which is a pretty big deal. FNCS is Fortnite's most high profile esports competition. I mean, it's even hosted by developer Epic Games. Getting on that stage is essentially Fortnite stardom. He didn't place that high in his initial outing, but continued competing in FNCS throughout the years. He slowly climbed the ranks, and on May 22nd, he and his duo's teammate Acro placed second in a semifinal competition, securing them a spot in this weekend's grand finals. Watch the tournament's conclusion on Fortnite's official YouTube channel. The same day, fellow Fortnite pro and FNCS North American East competitor Nexi shared a video from Sin in which Sin, standing inside what appeared to be a very white closet, supposedly flaunted his armory of lethal weapons. There are several shotguns, pistols, rifles, blades, and loads of ammo. All of this, Sin said in a short clip, was, yeah, what we just read. As if such a thing would be a reason to be this strapped. Quote, crazy how this Sin 3278 kid is allowed to play in in grands after tweeting this, Nexi said alongside the 13-second video. It spread quickly, catching the attention of esports watchdog Jake Lucky, who also tweeted his disbelief. Lucky subsequently shared a screenshot in which Sin doubled down on the video, confirming it's him and saying he never threatened anyone or said he's going to do anything. There are other receipts of Sin's tweets floating around as well, where he further defended the video and admitted to being racist and proud. Good lord. What an ignorant person. Kotaku has reached out to Epic Games and Nexi for comment. Acro, Sin's teammate, has distanced himself from Sin's statements. Yeah. He tweeted that he does not agree with anything Sin has done or said. However, it also appears that Acro has hidden replies that show him previously reacting to Sin's video in a more lighthearted manner, complete with the crying laughing emoji. Fantastic. Kotaku has reached out to Acro and Sin for comment. As of yet, Epic Games has not publicly addressed the matter, so it's unclear whether the video will impact Sin's involvement in FNCS and how that'll all play out. All this comes not long after Buffalo, the terrible attack in Buffalo, New York, hate-fueled massacre in which an 18-year-old white male shot up a local grocery store in a predominantly black neighborhood and streamed the murders on Twitch, unfortunately. Government agencies like the DOJ and politicians, including Attorney General Letitia James, are investigating both the shooting and the streaming platform. It's the final countdown. What's up, Tinwin? Yeah, that's terrible, guys. Oh, man. There's just so much hate and negativity in the world, man. It's so terrible. Yeah, so terrible. Feels real bad. Battlefield 2042's Hazard Zone mode is going to a video game heaven. Battlefield 2042 will see some big changes in its first official season, which, yes, is arriving about 8 months after the game's initial launch. Weird. Including overhauls to maps, a focus on smaller player counts, and the winding down of one of the game's major modes, Hazard Zone. Yeah, I mean, we read about that in previous news segments, Overthinker. Yeah. Unfortunately, um, you know, and Twitch has. It seems like Twitch really did everything they could to remove the content as fast as possible and take control of the situation on their end. Uh, they're still catching a lot of flack for it, and I don't really know what to say other than like this is a live streaming platform, right? And um, while we are all constantly being monitored and everything, it seems like a very difficult thing to stop a stream before something like that like happens, or like what, I don't know what they expected Twitch to do, you know. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they thought they didn't get involved fast enough, or you know. Um, that's the only thing that I can figure, and that's the only thing I've really come across in my reading was that uh, maybe other people saw them as just not being able to take action fast enough. But I don't know what they expect, you know, from a live streaming service. You know what I mean? Uh, so it seems weird to me. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Yeah, I guess. In an update shared by DICE on Tuesday, the developer walked through a series of changes designed to redirect DICE's focus to build for fun, for freedom, and for creativity at all points. Creative director Lars. Sorry, guys. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I knew what you meant. Yeah. Creative director Lars Gustafsson said, as previously communicated, DICE has unshackled Battlefield 2042 from focusing on the 128 player experience, will employ smaller player counts in certain modes like Breakthrough and Conquest. And that's all. Like, I saw a little bit of gameplay of this when it came out. Not only did it look super buggy, dude, this game looked super buggy when it came out. It also just looked like a hot mess. It really did. Just a hot mess of like players, guns, bullets everywhere, vehicles everywhere. It's just, I don't know, man. Seems like weird. Just too uh, polluted with stuff. It didn't seem like something to be funny. It looked like you would just like run around and maybe get one or two people killed, uh, and then just die yourself because there's always somebody around to flank you. You know, stuff like that. That's all I got from it. I don't know. But I do remember this releasing in a very terrible state. Too many, agreed. There was like people were like clipping through the environment into the like underneath in the game that you're not supposed to get to. There was like, if I remember correctly, there was like a whole bunch of like ducks underneath there, something like really weird, like creepy looking ducks or something. I don't know what they were doing over there, man. But the game was in a really bad state when it came out. Conquest experiences will at times feature less sectors and capture points as we introduce new content and update some of our existing content. Dai said in a Battlefield briefing of development update. There's a change that helps us to better control the flow and pacing of combat, making sure that you're spending more time engaging on the flags and less time checking your phone while you wait for the capture to confirm. In Breakthrough, the decision that moves us to 64 players universally helps us to build more focused front lines for the engagement. And the reduction in player count ensures that squads which look to work more tactically find more opportunities and less chaotic resistance in the flanks. Okay. Well, that's what's happening with Battlefield. If anybody's still playing that, I didn't think like hardly anybody was still playing that game actually, or not a whole lot, anyways. Still series. Arctis Nova might be the only gaming headset you need. Might be. Ah. If you're someone who takes gaming audio seriously, chances are that you've come across SteelSeries before. From the Arctis Pro to the Arctis 9X, we've previously seen a range of high-quality gaming headsets, but SteelSeries' new headset, the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro, could be a game changer. Available now, the Arctis Nova Pro comes with two main variants, wired and wireless. However, it's the wired option that caught our eye, as SteelSeries is promising that'll introduce the multi-system Connect Hub, which allows for USB switching between multiple devices at the same time. According to SteelSeries, you can plug two systems into this one hub at once, letting you seamlessly swap between a PC, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, or mobile device. All this requires is a button press. No cable swapping is necessary. Sounds pretty handy, but Arctis Nova Pro comes with one notable omission: Xbox. There are separate Xbox editions of the headset for Xbox Series XS and Xbox One. Curiously, the wired version claims compatibility with PC, PlayStation, Switch, and mobile, but not Xbox. Unfortunately, the wireless option is both more expensive and restrictive, as you can only pick specific Xbox and PlayStation variants, though the latter also works on PC. If the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro takes your interest, you can find the wired version available for $250. It's an expensive headset. Uh, at least to me, it is. There are way more expensive ones out there for sure. After the wireless version, instead for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, it's a bit pricier, coming in at 350 US. Uh, this is my big thing, and I love wired. I like my peripherals to be wired. Wired mouse, wired keyboard, wired headset. The thing is, you can find headsets out there that are both wireless and wired. Okay, that's what this is. I can pull this out. I can Bluetooth it. Huge battery on it, and I think that's like one of the things I was really looking for in my headset, was to have something that obviously mainly for my gaming going on here and the stream and everything, but at the same time, if I needed to bounce and go do something, go on a trip or anything like that, I could unplug these and take them with me, and they're still wireless. Best of both worlds, man. Do your research. See, I'll throw this in chat in case you're interested. Netflix is adding four more games this month, including Exploding Kittens. We knew Exploding Kittens was coming for sure. I can't quit, man. Woo! It's hitting me. I'm sorry, guys. Netflix has announced four more games that are launching on its platform this month, including a new Exploding Kittens game that is based on a popular card game. Will also be tied to an upcoming Netflix series premiering in 2023. So they're not being released at the same time, but they are producing a uh, Exploding Kittens show as well. Four new titles bring Netflix's gaming catalog to 22 games in total, meaning that they should have like roughly 33 more. Not 33. 20. Is that? I think they say 50 or 55. Let's say about 28 more games they should be releasing before the end of the year. Okay, that's what they've kind of promised everybody. Exploding Kittens game, which was developed by Dire Wolf Digital, retains the classic gameplay from the original card game, where players draw cards aimed to avoid the exploding kitten. Yo, Naru, what's up? How are you, Naru? Users will be able to play with two new exclusive cards, Radar and Flip Flop, to allow players to manipulate the deck in new ways. The new Exploding Kittens game will launch May 31st in more than 15 languages. One of the other titles joining Netflix's list of games is Dragon Up, which was developed by Canadian developer Eastside Games. Single player adventure game sees players hatch and collect rare dragons in order to save their kingdom. Netflix notes that to make the game feel more magical, its graphic style take inspiration from Scandinavian design and illustrations seen in early storybooks and fairy tales. The game is launching today in more than 30 languages. What have you been up to, Naru? It's good to see you, my friend. Second game is called Townsman, a kingdom rebuilt, and is Netflix's first game from Germany by developer Handy Games. Game sees players build a medieval city, make smart financial decisions, and doing what it takes to keep their people happy. Game is available in more than 15 games. What? That sentence is weird. Lastly, Netflix is adding a game called Moonlighter from Spain by developer 11-Bit Studios. In this RPG adventure game, players manage a shop in an idyllic village by day. By night, players explore dungeons, slay monsters, and unlock mysteries. Moonlighter is rolling out today in more than 15 games. What? That's a weird sentence. Yeah, 24 hours. We're at like 23 hours and 10 minutes right now. That's why. So basically, because we do the news segment here, right? We did news at the beginning of the stream, the 24-hour stream, and since I'm going to be ending at in roughly 45 minutes, as soon as probably pretty soon around the time we hit the 24-hour mark, I'll be taking off here. But I wanted to go ahead and get today's news segment in because I won't be having a normal stream today, right? So yeah, to celebrate the 1 year anniversary, 24-hour stream. It was a lot of fun. Played a lot of different games, chilled out with the community, and just it was a great time, and it's good to see you, my friend. To access the titles on Android, you need to tap on the New Games tab in the Netflix app, or for Android, where the games are listed. After selecting a title, users are directed to the Google Play Store to install the games, as you would any other app. Once the games are downloaded, they are available to play at any time by tapping them within the Netflix app or on the home screen of an Android device. Sorry, guys. For iOS, Netflix is using a similar system where users are directed to Apple's App Store for downloads. Okay. So there you go. More Netflix games. They're trying to push hard, but the thing is, the gaming industry is not easy. Having a name and capital to build off of to get yourself a nice head start is good. But if you're not creating nice, immersive, you know, games for the community, it's not going to work. And not everybody's going to be able to do that. It's not an easy thing to do, really. PlayStation, um, not necessarily. I mean, we talked about this a little bit before as well, right? There are pros and cons to this. Dude, everybody's pivoting into gaming. TikTok's pivoting into gaming. Apple's trying to build their own console to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. Uh, Netflix is doing all this gaming stuff. There are a lot of entertainment platforms that are like pivoting into gaming very hard. What I'll say is like kind of the way I feel about it is it feels bad because we're gonna get really, really. There are already a ton of games to play, man, and all this is gonna do is just make it to where there's a lot more games out there to kind of try to pick and choose your way through, right? I think the big thing to note is that while that sucks and there's going to be a lot of bad ones, there might be some really nice gems that come out of this, And I'm not expecting much, but if we end up getting some really nice titles from some company out of this, then maybe it would be worth. I don't know, man. Maybe. The thing is, I think that's one of the reasons that Netflix has started to dwindle pretty bad. I mean, it's a very good question, Overthinker. And the worst, if you look at Netflix's subscription service, man, they have continually, like over the past 5 to 7 years, just kept raising prices, man. And I think that's one of the reasons that people are like, I'm done with you. Whereas a lot of these other subscription services haven't been doing that. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the underlying issue is totally that has resulted in Netflix just really tanking. They're tanking pretty bad. They're basically hemorrhaging subscribers at this point. It's quickly dwindling for them. And uh, what do? If you're a company in that position, you find another way to pivot into, and they're an entertainment company, right? So naturally, they're going to look at how they can pivot within the entertainment industry. What better area to delve into than gaming? It's super lucrative if you can make it work, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not a mobile gamer really anyway, so I don't know. That's kind of my thing is like with Netflix, I think they're kind of testing the waters right now. But if they really want to get a name for themselves as gamers, they don't only need to be doing mobile, they need to be doing some kind of console or PC game as well, something like that. PlayStation Days of Play sale discounts, tons of games, accessories, and more. PlayStation announces discounts for this year's Days of Play on dozens of games, PlayStation merch, and PS5 DualSense controllers. Days of Play is officially on the way. The annual sale event for all things PlayStation begins on May 25th, will persist through June 8th. PlayStation has now fully unveiled its plans for Days of Play, confirming a lengthy list of discounts for everything from major video game releases to PlayStation accessories. What PlayStation has already revealed for Days of Play likely isn't the full extent of the sale, but it should give PS4 and PS5 gamers an idea of what to expect. God, just stop. Start off their discount announcements. PlayStation focuses on 4 featured games that it believes PS4 and PS5 users will be excited about. Those 4 games include Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Dying Light 2 Stay Human, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, and Far Cry 6. All 4 are relatively recent releases that haven't necessarily seen steep discounts up to this point. The discounts for these 4 games have yet to be revealed, so PlayStation users will have to check them out once the sale goes live. While PlayStation doesn't reveal all of its accessory discounts for Days of Play, it does call attention to one specific discount. The new DualSense controllers for the PS5 will be discounted during Days of Play at select retailers. That includes not just the white DualSense controllers, but also Midnight Black, Cosmic Red, Starlight Blue, Nova Pink, and Galactic Purple colors. What kind of discount, though? These controllers are very, like $70, I think, a pop is what they normally go for. Hundreds of additional games are planned to be discounted during the duration of Days of Play. PlayStation hasn't revealed every game that will be on sale, but it does have a selection of titles that will be discounted. The list includes Among Us, Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall is the super, like, that game flopped big time. Back 4 Blood, if I remember correctly. Call of Duty Vanguard, Crash Bandicoot 4, Cyberpunk 2077, Deathloop, Diablo 2 Resurrected, Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, Grand Theft Auto 5, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, Tales of Arise, and WWE 2K22. The only other area of the upcoming Days of Play sale that PlayStation touches on in its announcement is the PlayStation Gear Store. Merchandise will be discounted 20% off the entirety of the sale. Maybe some daily offerings as well. On May 25th, today, spending $50 comes with a free beverage sleeve. Whoa. On May 26th, buying 2 God of War items gets fans a third for free. Okay. On May 27th, there will be a special under $5 PlayStation Shapes offer. From May 25th through June 8th. So go check out the PlayStation Store if you're really interested. You find out everything they've got going on for sale there, okay? Former Amazon gaming manager Larry Plotnick appointed president at Big Fish Games. Free-to-play games developer Big Fish Games has announced the appointment of a new president at the company, Larry Plotnick, to bring a renewed focus on casual games. Plotnick has over 30 years of experience with development and publishing, including roles such as the general manager of gaming for Amazon Prime. At Big Fish, he will support both innovation, and develop on new and existing mobile games. It still kind of blows my mind how much money is in the mobile gaming sector. It's crazy. Mike Lang, CEO of Big Fish, owner, Pixel United, commented, Larry brings extensive experience building, scaling, and leading a successful games and media business. He is uniquely positioned to execute and evolve Big Fish's mission to be one of the world's leading casual game companies. Big Fish has a deep bench of talent and a proven track record for creating casual games that achieve worldwide success. Under Larry's leadership, Big Fish has an exceptionally bright future ahead. Number of notable industry hires in recent weeks, such as Danish multiplayer specialist Funday Factory, announcing the appointment of Jeppe Koenig as head of publishing, And the nonprofit IGDA appointing Dr. Yakin, I think it's Yakin, yeah, Vela as its new executive director. Okay. Well, that was big. Nothing wrong with that. Modern Warfare 2 massive DMZ leak teases details and video from Escape from Tarkov mode. Uh, Alongside standard multiplayer action and campaign, Modern Warfare 2 is also bringing with it an innovative new Warzone. Recently, we got massive leaks for Warzone 2's changes over the original Battle Royale. Sounds interesting to say the least. What we're really interested in is the heavily leaked but not yet revealed DMZ mode. Rumors state that Modern Warfare 2's third mode is a take on Escape from Tarkov, much like Battlefield 2042's Hazard Zone. Of course, Hazard Zone was dead on arrival, but we can only hope that DMZ, if indeed real, performs far better. And judging by these new details, there will be plenty to enjoy about the mode. DMZ, which stands for Demilitarized Zone, will allegedly be a similar game type to Escape from Tarkov. Players must infiltrate an area to loot, complete objectives, avoid or battle other players, and extract successfully. The interesting thing about the new 4chan leak is that it also contains a video which could be our first in-game look at DMZ. The footage, which will likely be taken down before long, describes DMZ as tactical, high risk, a high reward. Also reveals that the mode will have multiple biomes, including a forest and a desert town. What's more, a day-night cycle also appears to be present in the extraction mode. However, due to Modern Warfare 2 coming to last-gen consoles, the leaker warns not to expect a huge graphical leap. Reportedly, DMZ will feature 20 to 35 players in total, and Infinity Ward is pouring in as many resources into the mode as it is with multiplayer. DMZ seems to take a lot of inspiration from Tarkov, while attempting to remove a lot of the clunkiness. Attachments, armor types, and armor all matter in the mode. Uh, this is what we do. This is what devs do, right? Imitation, greatest form of flattery. They imitate what has been very successful. Escape from Tarkov has been very successful, right? So now you see these other online multiplayer FPSs trying to like incorporate that same kind of splash of magic that they found, right? Call of Duty fans will be happy to see a refined gunsmith with features such as folding stock being able to unfold at the touch of a button. Interestingly, gun jamming will also allegedly be making its debut. Players crouching in sand or dirt, they'll get an increased chance of their weapon jamming, while attachments may serve to combat the issue. While this may increase the realism, we can see it being an unpopular addition to the experience. Well, we'll see. By adding more attachments, ammo, and a secondary weapon, players will also become slower in the game. Might be advisable to travel light, to slide, mount, or travel around the DMZ faster. Seems that kill streaks will also be present, called in from a random location in the map. Both kill streaks and certain perks will be team-based in nature. For example, the shot caller perk will show an outline of enemies to nearby teammates, even through walls. Oh, wow. Allegedly, Infinity Ward is also experimenting with a teamwork system that would have pairs of teammates able to mount higher walls without a ladder. Don't forget that we just got a leak stating that DMZ will allow players to trade skins and blueprints too. If these recent leaks turn out to be true, looks like DMZ is shaping up to be an incredible game mode. Yeah, could be good. Okay, well, we'll see. We will see. I haven't played really like competitive FPS stuff for a few years now. Yeah, I just haven't jumped into one. No specific reason, really. I played Destiny 2 when it first came out, and I enjoyed the PvP in that quite a bit. I saw a Call of Duty come out, and I was like, man, I haven't played a Call of Duty in a long time. And this was probably 4 or 5 years ago. I picked up one that was new and played it for a little while, and it was like, man, it was all right. It was whatever. Microsoft CEO pitches Xbox Cloud Gaming to developers, promising no extra coding. Woo! Sorry, guys. Got the yawns terribly. Terrible. Got them yawns. Ugh. Microsoft is increasingly pitching its Xbox Cloud gaming service as a new way to play games across devices. The tech giant is growing its subscription model for video games, focusing on Xbox as a way to play games instead of merely a device plugged into your TV. We're going to actually read this one next because it will fit in with this right here. Microsoft's partnered with Fortnite maker Epic Games to offer that title for free without subscription. Though Xbox Cloud Gaming, Microsoft CEO says more games are on the way. Microsoft CEO on Tuesday pitched his company's Xbox Cloud Gaming technology as a new way to offer games to Xbox fans, as well as people using Apple's iPhone or iPad or devices powered by Google's Android. And he said it'll be trivial to code for as well. He discussed Xbox Cloud Gaming during the company's annual Build Developer Conference, saying the technology which allows people to play video games over the internet, similar to how they stream movies and TV shows from Netflix or Disney, is designed to work with games that are coded to run on Windows computers or Xbox video game consoles. One of the coolest things is that as a game developer, there's no need to change your code, Nadella said, noting the reduced development time as another reason developers might want to use his service. As a game developer, you can publish to the Xbox Store and your game can be accessible on every device. Microsoft has always leaned on its size as part of the reason. Guys, I'm really sorry. Game and app developers should focus on writing code for its devices. After all, Microsoft Windows runs on nearly 75% of all desktop and laptop computers, according to data from StatCounter and VG Charts. Tallies indicate that its Xbox is one of the most popular video game consoles behind Sony's PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. I mean, as far as consoles go, I mean, it's no surprise that those are the most popular ones, right? In the past couple of years, Microsoft has attempted to aim higher than its typical competition to sell video game consoles, turn to game streaming technology as well as its $15 per month Game Pass Ultimate subscription to attract players who otherwise may not have purchased an Xbox but still want to play video games. Nadella said Xbox counts 10 million people who streamed games through its cloud gaming technology in 26 countries. Yeah, we already read about that. You can break free of device restrictions that too often get in your way by using their cloud gaming. What if you can't access that cloud? Saying. Kotaku. After years of hype, the Xbox Game Pass burnout is here. A drought of AAA games has spurred some to unsub from Microsoft's Games on Demand service for now. Is there a downward trend here? Typically, when Game Pass starts trending, it's either because it scored a killer game or some influencers concocted a viral joke that ultimately does nothing other than hand a $2 trillion corporation 2 days of free marketing. Over the past few days, however, Microsoft's Games on Demand program started trending for another reason. Players say they're unsubscribing for now. The burnout largely comes down to subscribers saying the Game Pass isn't delivering on its value proposition. For a monthly fee, Game Pass grants you access to a Netflix-style library of games that you can download to your Xbox or PC, or in some cases, stream to a compatible device. The big selling point in this, every first-party Microsoft game hits the library at launch, meaning subscribers get access at no extra cost to Microsoft's prestigious first-party releases like Halo Infinite or Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, first paragraph there, that top paragraph is just them talking about the delay of um, Starfield and Redfall, both from Bethesda, which is owned by Microsoft, right? All right, time for some reductive math. Let's say you've signed up for the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tier, which costs $15 a month and includes standard access to the game library plus a number of other perks. Let's also assume any big budget games, exclusive or not, that hit the service cost an industry standard $60. By that math, you'd need to play one full price games via Game Pass every 4 months to justify the cost. Got something in my eye, I guess. Sorry. Service is great, but there aren't any AAA exclusives to compel me to stay. Tom's Guide writer, Tony Polanco, said in a tweet, I'll be back when the titles start dropping. Uh, Washington Post reporter Gene Park shared a similar sentiment, pointing out that over the past few months, the only game from the service he's availed himself of is Trek to Yomi. Actually, it looks like a cool game by Devolver. Pretty cool. A side scrolling samurai action game. Other prominent members of the gaming cognoscenti? Last 30 minutes, yeah. I'm not familiar with that word. What is this word? You guys know this word? Yeah, last 30 minutes. Let's go. Cognoscenti. Cagnia Shinti? Cagnia Shinti? Is that it? People who are considered to be especially well informed about a particular subject. That is a new word for me, man. The more you know. We're learning, chat. Cognoscenti. Yeah, it's a new one for me. Lamented paying up front for months, if not years, of Game Pass, while others compared it unfavorably against the upcoming revamp of PS Plus. Sony's competing subscription service. On the flip side, there's no shortage of people calling this whole thing a clout war or saying that no one cares. It's unclear whether the extended convo has had a tangible impact on Gaming Pass subscription members. Now, Microsoft does not make such figures public, and representatives for the company did not immediately respond to a request for comment. A dip in interest was, to a certain extent, inevitable. For the past few years, Xbox has coasted on a tidal wave of goodwill generated by Game Pass, yeah, for sure, which has continually made some of the biggest AAA games, not just exclusives, but also multi-platform hits like Guardians of the Galaxy, available on its service. Those come alongside a regular flow of smaller titles that benefit from the marketing boost of appearing on Game Pass. Part of the joy of subscribing is that you never know what you're going to get. You might try out an under-the-radar indie and bounce it off in minutes. Or it could quickly become one of your favorites of the year. Everyone say hi to Tunic. Our buddy Casual Gamer Man played Tunic and loved it. He said he definitely recommended it, so we might need to try it at some point. This mix of big and small, old and new, caused Game Pass subscriptions to ramp up significantly in 2020, ticked up last year too, amid an absolutely banger series of lineups in the fall and winter. No way Microsoft could have maintained that cadence forever. Nearly 6 months into 2022, though it's added the occasional gem, Game Pass has yet to feature an OMG Take My Money lineup of forthcoming games. That said, the service will almost assuredly improve again. Next month, Xbox will host its not E3 press conference. During its 2021 conference, Xbox announced more than 20 games planned for Game Pass. Some of those have already come out, but plenty from the Limbo-like Somerville to the Fallout-like Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart looks pretty cool. To the Outer Worlds like Outer Worlds 2 have yet to receive release dates. Yeah. Okay. So, shut your mouth. Another screenshot for Starfield has leaked as more rumors emerge about problems behind the scenes at Bethesda. Like any video game, Starfield has had its fair share of leaks in the past, but to Bethesda's credit, they've managed to stop anything important from getting out, which has left the game with some of the most uninteresting leaks ever seen. Clarify, it's not the game that looks boring, it's just that the leaks end up being the side of a spaceship or a sci-fi looking door, rather than anything that might actually tell you something about the game. Because they're not ready to announce it. Okay, see, I hate articles like this. Why would someone want to risk their job for a picture of a spaceship's door? We don't know, but that is apparently what the image above is. Bethesda still hasn't shown gameplay. They're planning on showing. I guarantee it. They're planning on showing an amount of gameplay in June at their showcase. That's what they keep promoting is like Starfield, Starfield, Starfield. Even though the game got delayed, I'm willing to bet, man, that they're going to show uh, an amount of gameplay from that showcase within that showcase. So yeah, well, it's just a big article about we don't know anything about Starfield yet. They don't want you to know yet. Okay, just chill out. The Gollum video game launches in September. Oh, random mode. Let's go. Yo, that was close, Overthinker. Feels amazing, man. What a great day. The Gollum video game launches in September. The Lord of the Rings Gollum will be available on September 1st, my precious. We've been keeping track of this. I want to play this just to play around with the community, win a sub for myself. That's what I always meme about. I'm never going to win a sub for myself. I literally can't give myself a sub. I'm the broadcaster of the channel, right? So like I'm automatically like T3'd. You know what I mean? Like I have an emote that nobody else does. because because I'm the broadcaster, right? Like automatic T3. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, like that. So if you're not aware, like that's actually like the Outsider Antics OA, right? And the longer you're a subscriber in the channel, the more it changes, right? So if you look at like next time Tinwin or like Queen Guinevere, maybe a couple other people come into the channel, you'll see that they are starting to evolve their little Outsider Antics icon. It starts off as just the regular OA, and then after 6 months, you get the eye, and then after 12, you grow like one tentacle, and like every 6 months after, you keep growing tentacles and stuff. That's as far as I've gotten it right now. But that's what happens, and that's the full picture of it. Yeah, that's what I came up with. Yeah, yeah, yep. Yeah. So that's the way that like I've gone about creating the evolution of sub badges, as it were, for the channel. The more you sub, obviously the more you sub, the longer you sub, the more that picture evolves, and we'll do some more stuff to it, like add some colors in there and stuff at some point probably. Yeah, I mean, so basically, what I'll say is like before we hop into this Gollum stuff, again, I made everything for the channel, and the first thing I ever came up with was the logo, right? The OA, and I just wanted something that was simple and easily identifiable. Yeah, and I worked on a few different like variations of things. It kind of showed my wife and kids. It was like, what do you think? This was like probably 2 to 3 weeks before I started streaming, and I was just like messing around trying to come up with like logos and work on scenes for the channel and get things ready, and that's what we ended up liking the most was just that like OA, like kind of real simple but easily identifiable kind of symbol for the channel and the community. Yeah, yeah. New game will be released one day before Amazon's big new show. Oh, really? Check that out. Uh, I'd forgotten their show was releasing in September as well. Lord of the Rings Gollum, the upcoming video game starring Gollum that was first revealed in 2019, will finally be released on September 1st. Developer Daedalic Entertainment announced Tuesday. The game will be available on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Switch versions in the works for later this year, according to a press release. Uh, they're going to have to downscale it pretty good for Switch. I was able to see a short preview of the game in a Zoom call last week. If you're familiar with Gollum's shadowy nature from the books and movies, you won't be surprised to hear that you'll be doing a lot of sneaking around to get where you need to go. But the video featured quite a bit of environmental traversal as well. Golems spend a lot of time scaling walls, making great leaps to avoid hazards. Players will also have opportunities to react to situations as Golem or as his kinder self, Smeagol. And your choices can have consequences for the game's story down the line. The Golem game kicks off a big month for the Lord of the Rings as it launches one day before Amazon Prime Video's The Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power TV series. We might have to like do some like watch parties or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. To watch this. And it's good to have a solid release date for a big game this year, especially after games like Starfield, Redfall, and the Breath of the Wild sequel got bumped to 2023. I'd rather games get delayed and instead of being released as a hot mess, you know. So that's what I always say. Again, if it's like just continually delayed, there's something wrong for sure. But okay. Last article for the news segment for May 25th. Unless anybody in chat has anything they would like to bring up and add to what we are going to go over today for our news segment. Um, Quite often, there can be things that I might not have come across in our search, and I very much appreciate anybody bringing me any kind of pertinent video game industry news that I might not be aware of. So we'll go through this one, see if anybody has anything new for me, okay? Take-Two and Zynga merged in the biggest deal in gaming history. Until Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, at least. Yeah. Take-Two and Zynga have merged in what, for the moment, is the biggest... 23 hours ago. Biggest corporate deal in gaming history. The stockholders of each company approved all proposals last Thursday, and shares of Zynga ceased trading after market close on Friday. Yesterday, Zynga shareholders received $3.50 and 0.0406 Take-Two shares for every share in Zynga, adding up to an enormous 12.7 billion US, and the deal is done. Yeah, we knew this was coming. All right. Money involved is eye-watering, though. So are the brands involved. Take-Two's most famous asset is the Grand Theft Auto franchise, but it also owns the likes of NBA 2K, the WWE games, BioShock, Borderlands, and Civilization. Zynga is probably still best known for Farmville and Words with Friends, but has a huge slate of successful mobile titles, including Golf Rival, the CSR Racing Series, and a raft of casino-type games. On its face, this is a merger that makes a lot of sense. Take-Two's great at the big stuff, and Zynga's raking it in hand over fist in the ever-growing mobile space. Take-Two chairman and CEO Strauss Zelnick is, of course, Cock-a-hoop? Dude, I have never heard this phrase. Cock-a-hoop. Anybody ever heard that? What a phrase, dude. Good, good night, man. Cock-a-hoop. Extremely and obviously pleased, especially about a triumph or success. Yeah, yeah, it's wild. That's weird. Cock-a-hoop. Weird, man. Uh, Yo, go back. Oh, yeah, we're done there. Come on, man. I'm so tired. Uh, that's weird. That the deal's gone through. No, you're good. You don't even trip. Don't trip. It's all good, man. It's all good. We are thrilled to complete our combination with Zynga, which is a pivotal step to increase exponentially our net bookings from mobile, the fastest growing segment in interactive entertainment, while also providing us with substantial cost synergies and revenue opportunities, said Zelnick in the company's announcement. As we bring together our exceptional talent, exciting pipelines of games, and industry leading technologies and capabilities, we believe that we can take our portfolio to another level of creativity, innovation, and quality. A few mentions of strong shareholder value that I'll spare you. Though Zelnick also speaks out about the deal in terms of the new company becoming a leader in mobile games. Grand Theft Auto Mobile seems like a license to print money. Oh, dude. The CEO of Zynga, Frank Gabo, is similarly chipper. We're excited for Zynga's next generation mobile platform, free to play expertise, diverse offering of games, and incredible team to join the Take-Two family, said Gabo. We are eager to continue building an unparalleled portfolio of games that will reach broader markets and lead to continued growth for this next chapter of Zynga's history. $12.7 billion is an unimaginable sum of money, though it probably won't remain the biggest acquisition in games for very long. Microsoft's planned acquisition of Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion rumbles on, and the most recent development was the Activision Blizzard shareholders voting to approve the deal. That deal still faces some regulatory hoop jumping, but is widely expected to eventually complete. Yeah. It looks like the only thing that could potentially hold this back is like uh, certain governmental agencies not being okay with it. Yeah. I can't remember the specific agency at this point, but uh, they basically review all these big business acquisitions and mergers and stuff, and make sure that they're what is considered to be legit. I don't know. That's gonna do it for news. Yeah, dude, I was burning up, man. I was burning up. Psych, you didn't see it? That's part of the new tat, dude. That's part of the new tat stuff. I'll show off the whole thing. I'll get some pictures put on Discord in June, man. Yeah. So that's like one of my favorite pieces of art. Uh it is my favorite piece of art of all time. And yeah, I wanted to incorporate that with my next one. So that's what it is. Obviously, you can see a little bit more. I had some of this, like this guy and this guy over here. I had those already, but everything else is like below the waistline and all the way up. That's all the new stuff, man. I'll get pictures out there on the Discord and stuff. Um, that'll be news for Wednesday, May 25th. It's been an incredible night. We're approaching the end of this. Nice sight. That is such a weird emote, dude. Beanie hipster. It's so odd looking. It looks like a Ken doll head or something. It's really weird. Uh, so I would just like to thank everybody for what an amazing year this has been. Um, we're not. I'm just going to end the news segment right now. We're not. We're not. Is it Carl Sagan? Is that who it is? I can't even. I can barely see it, dude. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can barely see it. We'd have to look it up. But I am going to end the news segment. We've got a few more minutes to go to be a few, about 13 more minutes to be at our 24-hour mark. But I appreciate everybody being a part of this community and hanging out for the news segment. I enjoy doing it very much. I just enjoy being here with you guys. So thanks for bringing me all the news that maybe you come across and I don't always find in our segments. Thanks for being a part of building such an amazing community over the past year. Uh, if you are not catching this live, um, then it'll, obviously watching it as a YouTube video. Sorry, I am tired right now. If you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Um, Consider leaving me a comment. Maybe we can go over some of the have a bit of a chat about some of the topics we went over today or we came across. And other than that, just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch you for tomorrow, Thursday, May 26th edition of Video Gaming News. Okay.